So we want to do the lab so that we know what exactly is making you get fever. Yeah? Sorry, go. What got them now? So you will not give injection again. Yeah? If you give injection again, I'll fight him. Oh? So. Your hand is spelling you. Let me see. Sorry, that's good. That's good. No.
Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's again Irene and I'm back with another beautiful video as always. If you're seeing me for the first time, please hit that subscribe button to join the family. To my OGs, thank you so much. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about cheesy Romea. Cheesy has hummus, and hummus are cheesy's hummus.
Thousand years later.
He doesn't want you to bring your hand down. Okay. Hi guys. Sorry I'm coming to you guys like this. I've been stressed out for the past 1 week now. The kind of stress I'm going through now is the kind of stress I went through when we moved to Nsukka newly. If you guys can remember, if my OGs on this place can remember that time that we moved to Nsukka newly, Wokoma fell seriously ill that we even went to the hospital. So you know that type of sickness again. So this one just started. It started just with fever one night like that. I woke up to check it because like you all know, we all sleep on this bed. So, and because we sleep together, so most nights I'm always checking on them, either to see if mosquito, even though mosquito don't hardly bite here anyway. So I just woke up to check on them and I realized that he was running fever. So I woke him up, I gave him analgesic, and you know, it calmed down. The following morning he started playing again, everything was normal. So I went to the chemist, abi pharmacy, and I got him malaria drugs because I do treat them malaria, typhoid, every like goro now. I just treat them. If I feel like I should treat them, then I'll just treat them. So I went and I got them malaria and typhoid drugs, and then I treated them. I gave him. So the thing kind of stopped too. All of a sudden, so the following after like 3 days or so, I went to the salon to give him a haircut because his hair was grown. And while the barber was giving me the haircut, at first he was smiling because it was the sound of the clip and everything was just sending him shivers, and he was just shivering, like, I don't know how to explain it, but he was laughing. All of a sudden he turned, like, he just changed. I don't know what happened. He just changed, and then he started crying, started shouting, started crying and shouting. And for his usual, it's normal for him to cry whenever they are cutting his hair. But if the normal barber that we used to go, like the normal barber that barbs his hair, like the ones I've even done video with, that one is a very cool guy. Like he knows how to play with kids. He knows his way with kids. But this particular one doesn't know anything about kids. In fact, he was even murmuring that he had to barb a child, that he doesn't barb children's hair because they can't stay one place. But then my boy was shouting and crying. I'm like, no, now this one is no longer the normal cry that he cries. This one is too much. And he was shaking his head and he was crying. So I had to tell the guys, okay, you know what, don't cut it. It's okay, don't cut again. Because I still wanted him to lower the hair, but I'm like, no, don't lower again. It's okay, just leave it. And then I carried him and I sat down, and I was waiting for my sister to barb her son's hair. So while I was carrying him, I noticed he was shaking, like somebody that was having serious rigor. He was shaking and shaking and shaking. I said, why is he shaking? Is it because of the fan? Then I left the salon. I went outside and I sat down outside. And the thing still continued. He was shaking, even though his eyes were closed, like he was sleeping. But he was shaking. He didn't have fever. So I said, immediately I started running to that. I told my sister, if people come barb your hair finish, start coming to that pharmacy. So I went there again, and he used the thermometer and checking, so that he's having fever inside. So he said, okay, you know what, I'm going to treat him malaria and typhoid again with injections. So they gave him 2 injections that night, and the fever stopped. We came back home. And we said, midnight, I woke up to take him, he started having fever again. We went the following day again because it was every day, 2 injections every day. So we went the second day again, in the evening again, we went back and they gave him injection, and we went to, after giving him the injection, the fever will stop. And then we'll go home because my son is a very strong boy. He'll start playing, start doing. So he's playing again and he'll start doing his normal thing. But then at night again, the fever coming back again. And I was wondering, they've given him 4 injections now. How come the fever is still coming back? You get? And then I said, okay. Then I went back again and I said, okay, you know what? When we finish the medication first, then we'll know. So they gave him two injections again, plus the medication, the ones that he drank. Still, the fever wasn't stopping. Like, his head will be very hot in his head, but his stomach very cold. Like he was having mixed temperature. His head and stomach would be hot, but the other of his body would be cold. And I was worried that how come that he's been taking medication, injections, and there's no improvement, And to top it off, he'll be complaining that his stomach is paining him, or his stomach is paining him. So, but then I said, okay, let's finish the treatment first. So we went on the 3rd day and we got the last injection, 2 injections again. And I still complained to the pharmacy. I said, Daddy, I don't know that my son is still complaining about stomach ache. And then he's still running fever. What could be the problem? Why is it? He said, but he has given him strong malaria and typhoid medicines. And I don't understand. He doesn't know why his thing is not stopping. That he thinks maybe I should go and get a lab result, a lab test, do a lab test, run tests so that we can be sure of what we are treating. I said, okay. So, which is why I went to the lab, the first video, the clip you saw. So we went to the lab, we did the lab, and the result came out that he has malaria and typhoid, 1 pluses, a bit 1 pluses. And I'm like, why is he still having malaria and typhoid? Like, why is he having fever when it's malaria and typhoid that he has, and we've been treating him malaria and typhoid? So what's the problem? So my people, we came back home, and meanwhile the lab, the doctor that did the lab wrote another drug prescriptions and injections that we should give him. So I came back to the pharmacy, I got the drugs. So the pharmacy said that it's late, that I should come back the following day so that he can start giving him the injections. So he only gave me medications, drugs, which I bought, and then I went back home. Meanwhile, I've been updating his father, that's his father, about his health. So he's very well aware of his health. So when we got home, I gave him the drugs, and like the one that the doctor prescribed this time, and I gave it to him. And then at first you just calm down, you feel like everything is getting fine, everything is okay. But then after some time, the thing will just come back again, serious fever. And this time, meanwhile, at this point now, he has stopped eating. He doesn't want to eat again. He's always complaining his stomach, so I always rub his stomach. And he doesn't even want anybody to carry him again except for me. So I'll be carrying him up and down. If I'm going to eat myself, I'm carrying him. If I want to come back and poo-poo, I'm carrying him. If he wants to lie down, he wants me to lie down with him, or he wants my mom. Okay, so meanwhile, my mom was the one running around to go buy this one, buy that one, while I stay with him. So as if that wasn't enough, still the fever didn't stop. So it was at this point that my sister made call. So she called one of her friends, and then the woman was like, okay, what type of sign is he exhibiting? Is he doing this? Is he doing that? And we said yes. He said, okay, that's APA-AFOR. So I don't know how to explain it in English, but it's actually an Igbo name, APA-AFOR. And he said that one of the causes could be sugar-eating, excessive sugar in the child's stomach could cause like all these, I don't know, worms. Like from the way they described it, I don't even know how to even explain it. So it could start making the child have unstopped fever, and the doctors or medical doctors are not aware of this name, this Igbo or traditional name, so they can't diagnose it. They can't say this is what it is. They're only going to say it's malaria and it's typhoid, even though it's not malaria and it's typhoid. So after having the conversation with the woman, she said, okay. She now told us what to do. We should ask if there are any medical people here in Nsukka that treats that APA-AFOR. So we asked around, and we were told about one. So we went and met the woman. So the woman checked him and said, yeah, that this is APA-AFOR. So he went inside and brought one black medicine like that and put it in his mouth. And then few minutes later, my son vomited. So after he vomited, so she now gave us other drugs that I'm going to show you later in this vlog that we should be giving him. So far, it has been good. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It turns out to be that it's actually for APA-AFOR. So at least he has started eating, even though not too much, not like he used to. At least he has started eating, and he started playing around. So even that day, maybe he came back and we gave him the drugs. He lay down and slept a little and woke up and wanted to play. Like things changed for real. So since then, Mukama has been, reviving. He has been getting himself, stylishly. So this is, I don't know what to even call it. This is an announcement to be an advice. So if you're a Nigerian mom and you've been treating your child of malaria, typhoid, is not working, he's always complaining, he's always having his head and stomach, he has fever, but other part of his body is cold. It's one of the symptoms of APA-AFOR. Or he lost appetite, he no longer wants to eat, and he's complaining of stomach ache, of stomach bites, his stomach is paining him. That's another symptom too. He's very, very weak. He can't stand up. He can't do normal things that he usually does. Either play, sorry about that. Either play, argue, fight, or do his normal behavior. That's APA-AFOR. And one really bad thing about this APA-AFOR is it dries blood up. Okay, so if you're not very, very observant, it can take a child's life. Because you'll be going to the hospital and they'll be telling you it's malaria, it's typhoid, it's malaria, it's typhoid, when it's not malaria and it's not typhoid, or they don't even know what it is, they can't even give a proper diagnosis. So just know, and then this child is starting losing blood because that fever, that constant fever, most times inside fever, not even the outside one, will be draining that child's blood. So you have to, we got him Complan, we bought him so many things that to build the blood. My mom prepared beetroot juice for him and he drank frank,
sudden.
things
So
as one of
after
Jehovah's
like 3 days
Witnesses,
or
you already
so,
know we don't take
I went to
blood
the salon
transfusion.
to give him a
So,
haircut because
but
his hair
whatever
was
blood
grown.
boosters, we
And
always
while the
assess
barber
those
was
options. Okay.
giving me the
So
haircut,
every
at
other
first he
thing that
was
we did
smiling because it
was, to build his blood. Like there's this leaf called
the
Hospital
sound of
Too
the
Far.
clip
It's
and
a
everything
very
was just
good leaf
sending me shivers,
that
and
helps to
he was
build
just
blood.
shivering,
If you
like,
can get it too, it's very, very okay.
I don't know how to explain, but he
So
was
we noticed that
laughing.
Mukama
All of
sleep
a
started
sudden,
turning
he
black,
turned like
very faint. He
just
had
changed. I don't know
serious
what
shortage of
happened.
blood.
It just
But
changed,
so
and
far
then he
he's
started
coming
crying,
around.
started
We got him a
shouting,
lot of
started
things.
crying
Like
and
his father
shouting.
got him a lot of things.
And for
Bocom
it's usually it's
plan,
normal for him to cry whenever they are
the
cutting his hair.
beetroot I
But
told
if
you about,
the
even the
first the
blood
barber, the normal
tonic,
barber that we
like
used to like
blood
normal
tonic,
barber
yeah,
that barbs his
and
hair,
other
like
blood
the ones I've
building
even done
food,
video with.
like
That one is
vegetable
a very
soup
cool
with a
guy.
lot
Like
of
he knows how to play with
oba
kids. He
and
knows he plays
crayfish,
with kids.
okay, and
But
fresh
this
fish.
particular one
And if
doesn't
you
know
can cook
anything
meat
about it.
too
In fact,
and
he
give
was
him the
even
water,
murmuring that he had
these
to
are things that we
barb
did
each
to
other. He
build his
doesn't barb
blood
children's
and
hair
build his
because he can't stay
system
one
back
place.
again.
You people
So
shut up.
far Mukoma is doing very well. Like he's improving.
So,
Like
but then my
today,
boy
like
was
I'm so
shouting
very
and
happy
crying. I'm
today,
like,
which is why I'm even
no,
able
now
to
this one is no longer
eat
the
this
normal
vlog,
cry that
because
he
for the
cries. This
past
one is
1
too
week
much. And he
plus
was
now, I
shaking
haven't
his head
had
and he was crying. So
myself. I
I
haven't
had to
been
tell
able
the
to
guy, it's
do
okay, you know what?
accomplish
Don't
anything
cut it.
except
It's
carry
okay.
him,
Don't cut again.
go to the
Because I
hospital,
still wanted him to
get
lower the
drugs,
hair.
give
But I'm
him
like, no,
injection, come
don't
back.
lower again. It's
Always
okay.
looking at
Just
his
leave.
face, always feeding
And
him,
then I
doing one
carried
thing or
him
the
and I
other.
sat down and I was waiting for
And
my
one
sister
good
to
thing
barb
is
her own
that I
son,
have
her
a
son's
very
hair.
good supportive
So while
system.
I was
My mom and
carrying
my
him,
sister, they were
I
very,
noticed he
very
was shaking
supportive.
like
Like
somebody that was having
everybody's looking
serious
for
dry breath.
solution,
He was
bringing one
shaking
thing or
and
the other. I
shaking and shaking.
couldn't
I said,
have done
why
this on
is
my
he
own,
shaking? Is it
okay?
because of the fan?
So
Then I
yeah, and
left
then
the
the
salon.
father
I went
too
outside and I
supported
sat
with
down outside.
financially, so I
And the
could
thing
take
still
him to the
continued. He was
hospital, go
shaking,
for the
even
lab
though his
and
eyes were
other
closed, like he was
things,
sleeping.
okay?
But he was shaking,
So
shaking,
yeah,
shaking. He
in
didn't have
case you're
fever.
worried, because I know I made a
So I
post
said,
about his
immediately
health
I
some
started
time ago, even
running
though I
to
took that
that. I
post
told my
down.
sister, if people call
Please
bad
calm
reference,
down.
start
Mukoma is getting
coming
better.
to
He's
that pharmacy.
recuperating.
So I
Yeah.
went there again.
So
And
I guess maybe
he
you
used
might
the
even
thermometer
see
and
him
check.
in
He
my
said that he's
next
having
vlog,
fever
because
inside.
there are
So he
vlogs
said,
that I
okay, you know
did
what, they're going to
today.
give treating
Today was
malaria and
running
that one
around and he
again
was
with
very okay today.
injections.
So yeah, I'm
So
sure you're
they
going
gave
to
him
see
2 injections
those
that
videos
night and
in
the
my
fever
next, or those
stopped.
clips
We
in my
came
next
back home.
video, okay?
And said
Meanwhile,
midnight,
thank you so much
I
for
woke up
watching this
thinking
video if you
started
watched to
having
this
fever again.
point. If you're wondering
We went the
why
following day
I'm
again
saying
because it was
something else and my
every
face
day
is
2
saying
injections
something
every
else
day.
in
So we
this
went
video,
the second day
you guys,
again,
I'm
the
sorry
evening
about
again,
it.
we
It's
went
just
to back
that
and
while I
they gave him
was
injection
filming this
and
video
he went to
explaining this whole
after giving him the
thing,
injection
I
the
didn't
fever will
realize
stop.
that my back
And
camera,
then
like
we'll
because
go
I was
home
using
because
my
my son
back
is a very
camera,
strong
I
boy.
didn't
We
realize
start
that it had
playing,
stopped
start doing.
recording.
I say shut
So
up,
I
oh.
talked and talked and talked for a whole long time or period of time, only to realize that only
So he'll
4
start
minutes of
playing
it were
again
even
and he'll
recorded.
start doing
So
his
instead
normal
of
thing.
filming
But then
again,
at
because I
night
wasn't
again, the
even in
fever
the
will keep
mood,
coming
and
back
plus
again.
you already know
And I
that
was
my
wondering,
son.
sir, they've given him 4 injections now. How come the
So I
fever is
had to
still
do a
coming back?
voiceover,
You get?
okay?
And then
So
I said,
thank you
okay.
so much
Then I
for
went
watching
back
this
again
video.
and I said, okay, no,
Please do not
when we
forget to
finish the
share,
medication first,
like,
then we'll know.
subscribe,
So they gave him
comment, do all those
2
good stuff on this video.
injections again
Till I
plus
come
the
your way next time,
medication,
it's
the
still
one
your
that he
girl
drank.
Irene, and I'm saying
Still, the fever wasn't
ciao.
stopping. Like his head will be very hot in his head, but his stomach will be very